Hey,
Hello. How's it going?
so good. Got your creamy.
Dude, every day. I
Hey man, have
love
it
this
until you
place.
can't. Have it until you can't, you know.
Oh,
Your hair looks so pretty. I
thank
honestly, you were
so
like
crazy.
somebody, like ever since I first started following you, I was like, oh my God, her hair. I'm so jealous.
Thank
Like I've
you.
always loved your hair.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So freaking it's not posted yet, but
Mhm.
I guess they're dropping women's bodybuilding from Tampa Pro.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Where did you hear that?
You know Angie Yeo, her
Yeah.
coach? He messaged me on Instagram last night. He said He said, and of course it's word of mouth, so like
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. But he said that he has a client who talked directly to Tim Gardner.
Interesting.
So that sucks.
That's weird to me. I feel like I don't know. I feel like usually the Tim Gardner shows are like I don't know ones that are supporting like the heavier muscled like divisions.
Right?
I don't know. That's bizarre to me. I guess.
Yeah, I guess he mentioned that there wasn't a lot of people last year, so
Yeah.
which
You
I
know,
guess I just don't know what you expect.
yeah. Right. Like there's not.
Like
There's
the
like.
Olympia had 15.
Yeah. Right. Total. And I
So,
think there can be up
what are
to.
you I think you need
Yeah.
to adjust your expectations.
Right. I don't know, like, that's kind of like the ebbs and flows of shows, right? Like,
No.
one year, people may have, like, other plans or might be doing something else or, just
Yeah.
doesn't line up with, like, their show dates or something, but the following year, like, I don't know, that's crappy. I'm sorry. So,
Yeah.
well, you're gonna do Texas then?
So they
Or
dropped Texas.
Chicago? Wait, what?
They dropped Texas too.
Cut it the hell out, dude.
Yeah,
How do they
they
expect you guys okay, well, how do they expect you guys to be able
right.
to qualify?
They dropped Texas first. I guess they couldn't find anybody to sponsor for women's bodybuilding. So they dropped that a few weeks ago, and then I guess they're possibly gonna drop Tampa too.
Damn. So what's been like I assume you talked about it with your coach and stuff.
So I could do since Christina and I have the same coach, he will not coach us both for the same show.
What is she
So
doing?
so she's gonna do Chicago.
Gotcha.
So that means I could do. I think Atlanta is like 2 weeks after. Or I haven't looked at any later shows, but
Yeah, I kind of want to like look at the list now. Alyssa, we're
yeah,
talking about how I guess there's like info going around the rumor mill that they're dropping women's bodybuilding from Tampa.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
What? Why? I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's word of mouth. But I guess since there wasn't a lot of competitors last year.
I know that they're doing that with women's physique also. Like,
Yeah.
there's some shows that have dropped women's physique, and now their like options are more limited too, which sucks.
It does. I guess I just don't know what they expect.
Yeah.
Like Olympia
There's only
has
so many
15.
of you, It's not like all of you can do all like however
Yeah.
many shows there are in the entire
Yeah.
year. So I'm looking at maybe I'll like share the screen. I'm looking at just at this schedule. Yes. So it looks like after Chicago, after Tampa,
Yeah.
Tupelo?
Hello. What is that?
I don't know.
I have never heard of it.
I've heard of that one. Is that one in like Missouri or something? Or
wait, is it only if it's saying under it Masters 35-45? Is it only Masters 35-45, or are they saying that they also offer Masters 35-45?
I think they're saying that they also.
Chicago has it too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Linda Murray, Atlanta.
Yeah, I
It's
could
only
do that.
a couple weeks later.
And then the
And then,
Titan
yeah,
Grand Prix,
resin.
I did that last year.
And say that again.
The Titan Grand Prix, I did that
Hmm.
last year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then you also have
I could do Atlanta.
That would be a good one. It's a Linda Murray show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool. I've never been to Atlanta before.
Yeah. That'd be a good one. Well, damn. Well, I mean, at least it's like, you know, at least there's like others around it, and it's not like you're having to go like, you know, weeks and weeks later.
Yeah.
And we don't know that for sure yet, though. Like it's not like off the schedule yet.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly. It's still on there. So
Okay.
I don't know. What
I
if
guess.
like, would you reach out, Hunter? Like, what about reaching out to Tim Garner and be like, hey, like I've been hearing some things that women's bodybuilding might be going, and you know that like I was interested in doing the show. Like I planned on prepping for this show, and just maybe kind of give some confidence of like, oh, okay, you know, like couldn't hurt.
Cool.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
I want me to see you, damn it.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, stinks. He confirms what.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you know sooner.
At least, yeah, exactly. And then you actually know.
Yeah.
Jessica.
There she is. Hello.
Going on?
What's up?
Not too much.
Wow, you always used to be so early.
I know. Well, I sat down 30 minutes ago to do our thumbnail. But then I was staring at my work email. So then I started working.
Yeah, that's one of the things about working from home. I feel like you're like you're in a mindset of, well, I work from home anyways, so like why not look at my work email on the weekend?
Yeah, exactly.
Or, you know, whatever. It's just
I'm like, Monday me will appreciate this version of me.
Right now. Sure. Exactly.
Yeah.
Give you a little less on a Monday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just to bring you up to speed real quick, Jess, sorry. We were just talking about how they're possibly removing women's bodybuilding from Impa Pro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just a matter of like, I guess, like number of competitors or whatever. Like didn't like not that many showed up last year, I guess, but
well, when the hell are they going to let you know?
Yeah, right. We would hope soon. I mean, because this is probably now when like everybody's starting to prep for that show, at least in like the next like anywhere from the next like now to 3 weeks, you know.
Yeah.
Those blackberry.
I was just gonna comment on it.
So good.
So good.
They're so good.
So good.
People
I love it.
I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I like the initial taste, but then like I don't know, like the Dr. Pepper taste hits, and I feel like I want that berry to carry all the way through. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Have you had the strawberries and cream one? I think that might be my favorite.
Ooh.
I actually
haven't had that one.
Really?
They recently put out, what was it? It was Pepsi cherries and cream, I think. Something like Pepsi cherries and cream, whatever, which was interesting. It had like a weird undertone of like coconut, but it like wasn't meant to be coconut. I think it's just like the cream flavor they put in. It's a little funky. It wasn't bad, but not my favorite. A&W Zero Root Beer is my like, can't quit it. That's always my go-to. Always come back to it. Hunter, no.
I don't know why, but root beer is disgusting.
Really?
I get so much shit for that. But I don't know what it is about root beer, but it is so gross. It's disgusting.
I like root beer. My go-to though is just, I mean, it's gonna sound so boring, but I just like a Coke Zero.
I think
nice and crisp.
Yeah.
I'm not a cola person, but I love like Sprite Zero is my go-to.
Nice. Do you like Fresca?
I like Fresca too.
Yeah, that was like I was on that for a while. That was a big one for me. I feel that's always something that I'm the most worried about, like giving up in a prep.
I know.
Like if we end up like having to take that stuff out and take artificial sweetener stuff out, like that's at the very least, like that's like a dessert to me. You know what I mean? Like something that you look forward to. Like we were talking like the last podcast, like a coffee or something. Like that's usually my my kind of crutch when it comes to something like sweet, I guess, or dessert tasting. Yeah. Beer flow kind of thing.
Brianny says she hasn't received the email yet.
Oh no. Did I mess up her email? Let me see. It might be in junk. Maybe check her junk or spam folders. CER. I probably shouldn't say it out loud. Whoops. I can cut that out. I'm gonna cut that out, but
I'm just gonna get a bunch of emails.
Whoops. Maybe have her. I can resend it, but maybe have her check her junk folders too. I think I should be able to like go in and like take that out.
I don't think you said the whole thing, did you? I didn't hear the rest. I guess they could like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh wait, it was in my spam." She's done.
I'm so good. Dude, I swear, just like in the work that I do, like I communicate primarily via email with homeowners and stuff. And that's just like a constant, like, oh, I didn't get your, it's like, it's in your spam, like, just check your spam.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. I couldn't find her.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it
going? There she is.
Sorry, it was in my spam folder, so I didn't see it.
No worries. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Sounds like you made quite maybe not quite a move. It sounds like it's like a 10-minute move or so, but you and Joe made a good move.
Yeah, it's now everything's set up. It was hell initially because like the old tenants were squatting for like 6 months, and I couldn't get the gas in my name, and I had to go through a whole thing. Couldn't get the Wi-Fi. It was just because they left like balances on everything, and they're like, you can't open anything until they either close it or you give us a copy of your lease. So we have hot water. I'm not living in a third world country anymore. It's fine. But it's been good. Yeah.
You guys are liking it. It sounds like it's a closer location to where Hunter is.
Yeah, it's like probably like 10 minutes closer, but it's closer to the gym, and we have a pool and jacuzzi now. So
it's so nice.
Life is
so
I can't wait.
Yeah, we just set up the cold plunge and the sauna back there, so you have to come over, Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, those are like amenities I need in my life. We so badly want like a hot tub or something, just how nice that would feel after like a leg day or something, to be able to just like go soak in like a hot freaking bath, and like in a thing that fucking like Michael can actually fit into, you know what I mean? Like that man cannot fit in that tub. Like it's so sad, and I feel so bad because all he wants to do is just soak in like some Epsom salt, and he can't do it.
Like you never realize how small a bathtub is until you try to like soak in one. But the place I'm in now, it has an oversized bathtub, and the water comes out like scald you hot. So I'm not leaving.
That's amazing.
Always key to me. Like I have to like. Ever since just having like shitty apartments with like horrible water pressure, or it's a 3-unit apartment building and you're all sharing the same like hot water tank, so the water lasts like 5 minutes. Just like that's always been a priority of like, I need the water pressure, I need like the hot, cannot do without that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I think I'm freezing. My computer's messing up. Well, there we go. If that happens, by the way, it's been happening. Sorry, real quick. Just continue the conversation. I just have to like restart my computer and come back in. So just if I end up like freezing or going away or whatever, just continue.
Okay.
So Bree, will Joe do the power slap thing? Like, will he do that again?
Oh, like the catching? Yeah, he's gonna do it. Dude, he met Theo Vaughn last night. And like
no way.
Yeah, and he met Bert Kreischer, and they literally invited him to go to poker with them.
Stop it.
Yeah,
they
weren't going out till like midnight, and Flex was there, and he's like, "You better not fucking say yes. You need to go home and sleep." So it was like 6 weeks out right now. But they're like, next time, because I guess they're always in town for like the Power Slap events.
Yeah.
Go play poker with him, which is like nuts because I love Theo Vaughn. It's like, what?
I do.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
Power
Oh
Slap
my God, I
video.
can't believe you met him.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So, but it's sick because every time you do like one of the events, they pay you like $1,000, and then they have like they have events all over the world. Like their next one is in Abu Dhabi, and he's like one of the guys that I think that they're going to pick. So they pay for your flight, they pay for your hotel, they pay for your food.
Yeah.
So, and they go for like 5 or 6 days. So if he goes, I'm going to go because paying for one plane ticket is like nothing
exactly.
to both of us. So I'm like, I've never been to Abu Dhabi. I want to go. And they went to
Absolutely.
the last one was in like Saudi Arabia, which like, I don't know if I'd want to go there, but
I don't know. That sounds kind of scary, but I'll.
yeah.
Pardon
Cool.
my ignorance, but is power slapping exactly what it sounds like?
Oh, have you not seen it?
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it either.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Wait, is that what I think I saw? Like Tyler Mannion. Did you guys see his story? He posted something from like.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
last
he was
night.
there.
Joe
Yeah,
met him,
okay.
yeah.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. So they literally, it's just 2 people, and you guys are standing in front of like this little table, and you just smack the shit out of each other. But there's certain rules, like you can't like lift your heel too much, you can't pivot into it too much, and you basically go until one of you gets knocked the fuck out, which it happens very often.
It looks
Yeah.
terrible. I would never do that. I would.
Dude, do you know how much they pay you?
You could not pay me.
They pay you. They pay the athletes $20K.
Okay, life.
Oh shit. Okay.
Jess is like, I want to
And
get
they let
slapped.
someone slap the shit out of me for 20,000.
Yeah, but it's like these people get. I feel like I would rather be. I just feel like a slap is so disrespectful. Like I'd rather you punch.
So disrespectful. That shit hurts.
Yeah, for real.
If you get knocked out, I don't even know if 20 grand will cover a ambulance ride these
Well,
days.
it's like you guys are literally
Yeah,
giving each other
honestly,
CTE. Like it's
Yeah,
not.
literally.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
hard
be
to
curious
watch.
to know like what the result is compared to like football or something.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so
Yeah,
bad.
let's see that.
Power slapping. Here we go.
This ties into Theo Vaughn very. It's about what I would imagine.
Yeah,
You might
it's-
know Harbor Freight for affordability.
It's so
What you
nuts.
might not know, performance and durability go along with it. You see,
Must measure. Measure.
Is it laggy for you guys on your end?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how.
That's
I would never
crazy.
do it.
Can you imagine just like I don't think I would want to
That's
see
wild.
like Michael do it. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like
There's
I
a
wouldn't
federal-
want to see like my significant other do it.
It's nuts.
There's a federation for everything.
So
these
just
days.
like you go like watch. I
Yeah.
assume.
Really.
Yeah, but Joe's just catching them basically.
Okay.
But it's not even.
he catches. He's the guy that catches
Yeah,
them.
he just spots him.
Oh, when they fall or when they pass out. Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like they can't really like catch them. They just have to like not let their head hit the
Make sure they
ground
don't.
because once they go on the ground, they can't touch them because they have to get up by themselves in order to like keep continuing. Because it's like,
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
hard.
yeah, it's fucked up, but it pays, so that's cool.
Damn.
How does
So
one
what? Do
even
they
get
have like 10
involved?
seconds to stand up or what?
I think they have like 30 seconds or some shit, and they have to like look one of the judges in the eyes and like make sure that they're good. But like they're sorry, my dogs are insane. But are you guys familiar with Paige Van Zant?
Heard the
No.
name.
She's like she was really big in like combat sports. She used to do MMA, I think, but she did it last night, and these girls were eating slaps. It was insane.
Wow.
There's no way I could not do
I don't
that.
think I don't.
And the thing is, too, like you can't flinch. So if you flinch or move, that person gets to slap you again because it wasn't fair.
Damn.
Damn, you.
That's rough.
Yeah, there's so many like rules and shit. It's not for me, but I'll watch it.
That's wild.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Go,
for
Bree?
real.
Did you go? Where was it?
It was at Fountain Blue. Yeah, I can go.
Oh, okay.
I just have to buy tickets or whatever. But
Man,
That's crazy.
I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, but it's cool.
Yeah.
No.
I guess that there's a sport for like everything now, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I've heard of it, or at least like maybe I didn't realize it was so popular.
Yeah, it's huge, I guess. Like they're selling out arenas and shit. Like I'm pretty sure at the Fountain Blue last night they were sold out.
Wow.
Crazy.
Damn. Do you know how many people that like holds? Do you know like the like
at least a few thousand? Because I think I'm pretty sure Dana White owns it.
Okay.
So and USC is huge around here. So like Flex is like a partner, and all these fucking big people are partners of it and pay into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. So
love it.
Interesting.
Yeah, cool. Well, I would love if you, Brianny, could take like a couple minutes to kind of introduce yourself and let the people know who you are, kind of like what your claim to fame is.
I am Brianny Terry. I am a women's physique IFBB pro. I am a 7-time all-time world record holder in powerlifting, and I currently hold the heaviest deadlift a female has ever done, regardless of weight class, at 646 pounds.
Crazy. It doesn't make sense.
Neither does your squat.
I love talking about Brianny because it's just so it shouldn't be possible, but she makes it possible.
I'm good at picking stuff up. I don't know. Yeah, that in the middle was my deadlift record.
Yeah.
And this was like so like relaxed. Crazy. Like it was like, oh, we'll just go in and see. Like Brianny was just sitting there vibing, and then we're gonna go.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Dude,
let's try it
too.
Yeah, so
what was that?
What was that?
When was that?
That was in May of last year.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah.
So that
is so sad.
After you turned pro in women's physique, right?
Yeah. So I turned pro in women's physique in July of 2023.
And then around to
and then I've just been competing in powerlifting since then.
Okay.
So I haven't done my pro debut yet. That's loading. We'll see when that comes. But yeah.
What was it prior to pulling that?
What was my deadlift prior to pulling that?
Yeah.
What did I pull before that? I think my best in competition was like 606.
606 to 670.
646. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess the backstory is I went pro in July of 2023. And then 13 weeks later, I hit the heaviest deadlift of all time for the first time in October of 2023. And I competed again in April, where I lost it to somebody else and I failed doing it. And then 4 weeks later, I hit it again and I got my record back. And then 14 weeks after that, I competed in Ireland, where I hit the heaviest deadlift of all time done on a stiff bar. So in like our federation, there's like a deadlift bar and a power bar. The federations that I usually compete in are on deadlift bars. So they're a little bit longer, a little bit thinner, and a little bit more flexy. This power bar is just like a regular standard barbell, and no one had hit above 602 before. So I hit it at 611. So yeah, that was and I did another competition where I tried to hit it again, couldn't get 650 up, but still hold the record at 650 or 646. And then now I'm just kind of chilling in bodybuilding off season now that I've hired like an actual bodybuilding coach. And I need to build a lot more muscle on my upper body to match my legs, basically. And basically when Cameron says I'm not fat is when we'll start a prep. So,
do you plan on staying in women's physique?
Yeah, I am going to stay in women's physique. I'm like women's bodybuilding would be cool, but then there's bitches like Hunter who are huge. So it's like I got a long way to go before I can. So, but yeah, that's my kind of story, and yeah. So.
I can't get over that 13 weeks after.
Crazy. I couldn't imagine squatting over 600 right now, and I've been in my off season for what, 4 months?
Yeah.
13 weeks, dude.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, so.
Oh, here we go.
That's me.
Skinny.
Yeah.
That was, I think that was my first USAs. I didn't turn pro there. Yeah, I did. That was it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wore the same suit. Kind of hard.
And you for that show, you registered for Physique and women's bodybuilding?
Yeah, and women's bodybuilding. Just got my pro. I was one spot off of getting my pro card in women's bodybuilding too. But obviously, I need to work on conditioning. And that's why it's taking so long for my pro debut, because it's like I don't want to go on stage and look fucking fat, because it's earning a pro card is like obviously an amazing thing, but it's like it's one thing to turn pro, then it's one thing to compete with the pros, and I'm not there yet. So
I feel that.
And you can't really do both. Like you can't focus on like powerlifting and bodybuilding. Like
unfortunately.
So
I wanted to do the same competition that I did in Ireland last year, because it's in August. And Cameron was like, how about you focus on bodybuilding for a while? Because I think you can do pretty good. And I'm like, well, shit. All right. So we're taking a long time off. I would like to compete. I would have loved to compete this year, but I think probably either late this year or early next year is when I'm looking at competing. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, super exciting.
Yeah.
How long have you been with Cam now?
I hired Cam end of August, so right after my last powerlifting competition, because I was like, I was real heavy, but I was real strong, and I was like, I need to dial this back and basically get me less fat. And I saw that Cameron always brings in his athletes really well, and he seems to work with women really well, and we just vibe together. So I trust him. He's been nothing but great, and I need someone to like shoot it to me straight and not kiss my ass and sugarcoat it, and just that, but in like a nice but constructive way. So I like it.
That's good.
Yeah. And this is this Cameron Cheek or
yes?
Cameron. Nice, heck yeah. How were you with a different coach when you prepped for your pro card, or?
I was with another coach. His name is Jake Benson. He is very unconventional, and I feel like it was cool at the time, but it wasn't like traditional bodybuilding. Like I was doing a lot of different athletic stuff, and I feel like it was good enough for me to get a pro card, but like instead of, I need to stop trying to like reinvent the wheel and just do traditional bodybuilding shit, because it's like obviously it works with everyone else. I'm not a special snowflake. I need something where it's gonna be like true hypertrophy, to die, that sort of thing. Dying on the Stairmaster, I wasn't doing that, and it's like I'm gonna have to do that. So
I mean, I'm up there with like pretty much like a 2+ hour a day cardio. You know what I mean? Hour for cardio a day kind of person, and towards the end of a prep, and I mean, even still, I would say like I have a little more ways to go in terms of like conditioning my lower body. So it's like more, but then also too, it's like, ideally you're adding muscle year after year, and that, adding that muscle kind of helps you get a little conditioned a little bit better, a little bit easier. But yeah, I feel that conditioning is dude,
it's the
hard.
Yeah,
my glutes, dude. They're
God
so
damn.
Yeah,
it's not coming off.
Always the last thing.
Dude, and it's crazy because it's like Joe. I'm prepping Joe, which I've never prepped a bodybuilding client. I am not a bodybuilding coach. I have no desire to coach bodybuilders. But like
glutes,
his glutes are in before his fucking back is, and I'm like,
make it make sense.
Like, how do you have striations in your glutes? Like what? And you're 6 weeks out.
Yeah.
He had them like weeks ago, because I remember like I think it was like one of the first check-ins that he was like more open about sharing. I was like, look at the fucking glutes on this man.
You should see it in person. It's crazy.
It's crazy. And people were commenting or like DMing me. It's like, what has he done to his glutes? And it's like, well, he's been squatting 800 pounds for over a decade. So,
well, you know,
yeah,
that'll do it. And it's not like he doesn't have the prettiest physique, but it's going to be grainy and hard and freaky. And that's what we just need to double down on. So
he definitely looks great. Like already you can tell he's like super conditioned right now.
Yeah.
And this was a few days ago.
Yeah. And he looks even better.
Has he ever competed in bodybuilding before, or
no? This is his first bodybuilding competition.
First time.
He's doing great.
Yeah. So he's 31 now. He's been powerlifting since he was 13 years old. So he's got 17, 18 years of heavy fucking lifting, and he's one of the hardest working people I know. Like he dies every training session. It's really cool to be able to train with him. But he's doing really good. So I think we're hopefully trying to like obviously win the whole thing on this one. And then he was like, I want to do another show. And I'm like, how about you wait? We go into an off season. You need more in the back desperately. And so focus on the back and then possibly do a national show next year.
Yeah. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
What kind of gave him like the want to give it a go? Like, is it something that he's always been like, maybe like I'll, get into it one day, or is it just kind of like, hey, let's see what we can do. Like, let's see how I like it.
So he's been powerlifting for 18 years. He's torn both bicep tendons. He's torn a quad tendon. He doesn't have a meniscus in his left leg. He just recently tore his meniscus in his right, and it was like he was trying to get back to the platform because he's currently like the best pound per pound squatter in the world. He squats 851 pounds at 220 pounds body weight. And so he was trying to get back to the platform, and it just like kept having nagging injuries. This kept getting hurt, and then he tore his meniscus. And it gets to a point where it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Because he had aspirations of possibly doing bodybuilding one day, and he's like, okay, well, if I go through this prep, if I try to go for just one more, what happens if I blow both my quads apart? And then I can't do anything. So it's like, he doesn't have anything left to prove. He's the only one for the past 6 years who's been able to consistently break his own squat record. Like nobody's even close to this. What do you have to prove in this? End it in your own terms. Go do something else. And like, he's always like, bodybuilding's fucking gay. This shit sucks. Like, I hate it. And now that he's like in bodybuilding prep, he's like, I love this shit.
Yeah. I feel like people like do their first prep and then they either are like, nope, this is not for me, or they're like obsessed with it afterwards.
Love it.
Definitely know the first time around for sure.
Because he just loves to suffer. Like that is, he loves that shit, and he's finding out that that's all bodybuilding is, and he's like,
so cool. Dude, honestly, I feel like it's that way majority of the time throughout the year. At least for me, like, I don't know, there's like a few weeks obviously where it's, the first few weeks of prep, like you're feeling great, everything's kind of jiving, and you're coming down, you're looking good, and then obviously like the real stuff kicks in. But then like probably a couple weeks after your show too, like you can freaking eat anything that you want, you know what I mean? You're in the gym, just everything feels good, and like the pumps are awesome, and I don't know, and I feel like aside from that, it's just prep, and then it's just grueling off seasons.
It's so funny how like in sport, like obviously we're all having fun. We love this. We all have passion for it, but it's like, why are we never happy? Because it's like when we're in prep, we're like, I want food. And then when we're in off season, we're like, I'm fucking fat. I need cardio. It's like, we gonna be okay with the state that we're in. Like
literally.
I wonder that all the time. I'm like, even after I'm done like bodybuilding event, at some point, like everybody kind of hangs it up, and it's like, am I gonna be happy then? Like, still, like, there's always something like that you're gonna want, and then I'm like, what kind of physique am I gonna want to maintain at that time? There's like so many, I don't know, just so many things.
I think when I'm done bodybuilding, I would just like to train like a wellness girl. Like
that's
like in another life, I am wellness, but I am way too big. I cannot. So
no, that's actually that's very funny. I feel like that's definitely a goal to just have that disproportionate, lower body.
Dude.
Yeah. I feel like for me, like that's like the look that I want in like everyday life.
Yeah.
And wellness is like cool. It looks cool as hell. Like when you watch them on stage, like, but because I know for me, I like when I see myself in like a dress or something like that. I like when my upper body's a little smaller. But then when I'm in the gym, I'm like, man, this is weird to like literally only come in here and train legs like 3 days a week and then that's it. Like I feel like I should be moving my upper body. But so that's like where the disconnect is. It's like I like the look better, but then I feel weird when I'm in the gym.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are girls, like I'm sure there are wellness girls that still have to at least like touch up their upper body every now and again.
There are.
And I'm sure you're just somebody that you are just prone to putting on size in your upper body, and that's like what your upper body soaks up when you train it, I'm sure.
Like, I know Hunter, you know Olivia Oneid, Paul's wife?
Yeah.
She's a wellness pro, and she's like, she had to modify her training because she can't do like Bulgarians with a dumbbell anymore because she gets too much upper body stimulus. So she had to switch to the machine.
Yeah.
Like,
whoa. Wish my delts would grow like that.
That would be cool. That would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm literally here doing shoulders like 4 times a week now, just trying to get these motherfuckers to grow.
Dude.
It doesn't make any
so
sense.
Hard. I feel like I had this like initial like growth in my shoulders, and now it's just I don't know. I feel like I need to do anything and everything just to freaking put a small amount of size on.
Yeah, it's a bit.
I mean, I love shoulders. I love training shoulders, but it's just I know where they need to be, and I know that they're not there.
Exactly.
I remember like when I was doing women's physique, I was adding shoulders basically onto like every day. Like I would have like a separate shoulder day, but then like before back or whatever, like or within my back training, I would have like shoulders in there somewhere, or like, I mean, I did shoulders like all the time.
Yeah, I'm starting like one of my leg days. I'm starting off with shoulders, and it's like
I think I gotta start doing that.
Yeah, when Amanda added that into my program, I'm like, okay, so you do think I'm small.
All right. So.
I see what you're saying. It's very blatant. Thank you.
It's like I heard you loud and clear. I'm trying.
Yeah, you can never have enough shoulders. Like I feel like any division.
Yeah.
Even like some of the wellness girls have big shoulders, but then they don't have like the bicep and the tricep to go with it, but they have like big shoulders.
Yeah,
I need to get rid of my biceps and triceps. That's the
I would say I would gladly, if you want to like divvy them up, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Literally. Hunter, you don't need any more upper body.
I do,
right?
You greedy little
dude. It's like I wish that you guys could see Hunter in person, because it doesn't matter in prep or an off season. Like if you touch her, she's just so hard. I don't understand it. It doesn't like there's no like visceral fat on her. Nothing jiggles. Nothing. And I'm like,
I can't twerk. That's
just
the downside. It doesn't move.
Fucking corn.
Yeah.
God
That's
damn.
the thing, right? Like I wish, like I have no like jiggle whatsoever. It just looks real pathetic trying to twerk, man.
Yeah, it looks bad. I can't.
I was trying to teach Hunter, and I'm like, you're just moving like you're bored. Like it's something let it flow.
I'm like sitting here like
I can't. I don't know. I think I'm just too stiff.
It's like fucking
honestly. Yeah, it is.
Oh shit!
Ridiculous.
No, it is funny how we kind of have to like adjust or adapt our training to kind of get what we're going after. Like not that I never thought that I would not change my training, I guess, but it's like, okay, like you're saying, Brianny, like maybe I have to start doing shoulders every day instead of just like 2 times a week, or and I don't know, and like we've talked about it, Alyssa, with you going from women's physique to just how that has completely like
that would be great. Like not having any upper body, I could not imagine.
I mean, I trained it. I did like kind of like pump workouts. It was just like 2 upper body days during my prep last year, 2 a week, and like not going heavy, like literally just to like get a pump, and still like, I mean, they were basically, my feedback was get a little bit leaner. Like I did need to be a little bit tighter. And like you cannot, like your upper body,
You're there.
You can't touch it. Yeah, like it's already too much, and basically just let it just come down.
That's so
crazy.
But
like
it's but I spent all that time like building it for women's physique, which it was still not big enough for pro women's physique, because they're huge.
Massive.
So I was in like that weird middle kind of ground of like not being big enough for women's physique, and now I'm too big for wellness. So it's like now I'm trying to like refit into another category, you know.
What are you moving to?
What
division are you trying to move to?
Well, so I turned pro in women's physique, but now I'm doing wellness.
Okay.
So I did my first wellness season last year.
Okay, cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
I love that division, dude. It's so pretty.
It's so amazing.
I'm just like, I just like training upper body. I just like being big.
I love benching. If you told me I couldn't bench anymore, I'd probably cry.
I know, and I was talking to Joey the other day, and we were talking about training and stuff, and I was like, I wish I could be wellness. It's like, I told you that you should have done that 3 years ago when you first started bodybuilding, and I was like, dog, I cannot not have a bench press. Like,
there's no way.
Yeah.
Can't. I've had a problem.
Just be wellness with a full chest.
I have to get sick in order to fucking atrophy what I got. Like, it would take too long. Because like I'm looking at chicks like I don't know if you guys follow Megan Scooby.
Yeah.
If that was a look for wellness, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Crazy, like how long she went not training upper, and she maintained like all.
Like it looks like you didn't even stop.
Yeah.
Has she transitioned to wellness?
She transitioned. She was figure, and then she wanted to transition to wellness. But then she just announced that she's going back to women's physique.
Shit. Okay.
Oh, I missed that.
So she's 21 weeks out from Tampa. She's doing Tampa, and she looks like she's 12 weeks out, 10 weeks out. Like she's so lean.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
She works with Cam also.
Yeah. I'm such a big fan of her.
Yeah. She lives in like the Tampa area. So she was going to MI40. I would see her there a lot. I haven't seen her. I don't think she goes there anymore. She probably goes somewhere else now. But she's like always lean. It's crazy.
Yeah. I literally messaged her. I was like, please let me know what shows you're doing next season so I know which ones not to do.
I'm on stage this year though. She's got a beautiful physique. Beautiful.
And she's so feminine. It's so
good. I know. I do love that.
Jesus,
look at that.
So
crazy.
Yeah, she's pretty.
You tried to do wellness? Are you kidding me?
Right?
That's insane.
I mean, she looks good in anything, but she has some stuff going on with her hamstring or her spine or something like that. So that's one of the main reasons why she couldn't keep doing wellness, because it's like if your lower body's fucked, wellness isn't going to work.
Yeah.
But look at that. That's nuts. How does she look like that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's amazing.
So good. So smart.
Yeah.
So
and like she looked good doing the wellness posing too. Like I mean, like she's a little bit like big on top for wellness, but she was like doing good. Like she looked
really hide it, you know.
You can,
freaking
if
she's like 200 pounds. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Lean.
Really? Great.
Is she taller?
Nuts.
I feel like she's tall. She looks like she's like 5'8". At least.
She is tall. Yeah. I would say 5'8" or so is right.
Yeah, she's.
I think since I'm taller, I always assume everybody's taller, but I feel like she's actually taller.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so bad with judging height. Like I'll look at some men's open guys like, oh yeah, he's like 5'10", and Michael like he's like fucking 5'7".
Yeah.
Oh, here she is.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a wellness one. Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah, this is like a yeah, definitely like a muscular upper body like wellness look. I dig it.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that look.
But like
Crazy.
looks great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible, dude.
How many more divisions do you think they'll add?
Right.
We need a muscular wellness division now.
A muscular wellness. We need like
Yeah,
a women's
what you call it?
bodybuilding in heels wellness.
Yeah, because have you seen Christina Mendoza? She posted something of her in heels doing like wellness posing. I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Dude,
Yes.
God, she is
look like amazing. And like she's been like kind of one of my I don't know, I've always admired how like feminine like she's been able to stay, you know, like just in her posing and just like her walk, even just like her walk, you know what I mean? Like if I could just embody that and not look like a fucking wet deer or something, you know what I mean? Like walking on stage, that would be fantastic.
Literally.
No, literally.
She's awesome to work with.
When she was at the Olympia and she came out for prejudging, I was like, holy shit. Like the femininity and the, oh God, she's I have such a
she's everything. Yeah.
Yeah. She plays 6, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely missed that top 5, but like 6th in your first Olympia. Like, okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. So, it'll be exciting to see her compete and competing. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah,
I'm sure you. Well, Alyssa, has prep started for you yet? Are you in prep?
No,
the
wedding is in like 2 weeks. So we're in like a pre-prep, I guess is what you would call it. So like my cardio did just get like raised. So I'm doing I do 3 leg days a week, and then after my leg sessions, I do 20 minutes of cardio, and then every other day, except for one, I get 1 day off of like everything. Every other day that I'm not training, I do 35 minutes of cardio. So I'm doing like 5 or 6 days a week of cardio. 3 of them are 20 minutes, and then the rest are 35.
That's not bad at all.
So yeah, it's not that bad. Calories are still pretty high. They're like 20, I think around 2,100 or something. So we're like not in prep, but it's like he's like adding in some cardio. He's like, you know, kind of getting me ready for like after the wedding. He'll probably give me a few weeks to kind of settle in and then get into it.
What show do you want to do?
Probably, I think realistically, like Tampa is going to be the one. Yeah. And I live here, so I'm local to it. So that's like kind of the easiest, you know, one to do in terms of like travel and stuff like that. So I was thinking of maybe doing Chicago. That's in July.
Yeah.
But my coach was like, if you want to do Chicago, like that's probably going to mean like wedding and then literally like that next week, like in prep. Like, so he was like, if you want to have a couple weeks, then probably a little bit later than that. So I'm thinking like shows around August.
That's awesome. Tampa's like one of my dream shows to do. Tampa and New York.
Yeah.
I want to do New York.
New York.
Like, I don't know what it is about that show, but god damn, it just looks.
Yeah.
Because the East Coast is just badass. Like, I just feel like bodybuilding on the East Coast, like, is just built off of anger from fucking everything so cold all the time. And, like, you're leaving the gym in a blizzard to go train. So you're like,
yeah.
I also selfishly want to do, like, a New York food tour after that. So, like, yeah.
So. We weirdly like to watch that kind of stuff on YouTube. We actually just came across this one guy that went actually like around a few different places, but the one we watched was in New York and just went around to a bunch of these local or like top rated spots or whatever. And I don't know, I love watching like food review shows.
Same.
I do too. What's the girl?
Blogs, whatever.
She went to like 100 places.
Oh yeah, there's this one like TikToker girl who's going to like 100 places on like it's like some list of, it's like 100 different restaurants on like this list.
They were like the top ranked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes and like gives full reviews on all of them. I have like a folder saved of like LA food tour, New York food tour. It's like, am I ever really going to go to these places? No, but I like imagining it when I'm in prep. So
Yeah, it's so funny.
Favorite Paul Hollywood's YouTube.
What was that?
Paul Hollywood?
No, I haven't heard of him.
Oh my God.
Paul Hollywood?
Hollywood.
I never have either.
The Great British Baking Show.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Uh-uh.
Oh my
Hunter?
God.
Yes.
Thank
I'm
you.
the biggest fan. I love Paul Hollywood.
I love him and all the food tours he does over in Europe and all over.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun. I want to watch that.
I actually know who
What's
had
his
a
name?
YouTube.
Paul Hollywood?
Paul
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Okay.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, me too.
Netflix. Netflix, the Great British Baking Show.
Yes.
So cooler over there. Like all their food just feels like.
In prep, I was always watching, it's on Netflix. It's called Somebody Feed Phil.
I love Phil.
I love Phil Rosenthal. And he goes all around the world and like talks to locals and eats the local food.
Hilarious.
There's like 7 seasons. It's amazing. I love that show.
Okay, I have not
Somebody that
seen
I
it.
would want to meet or
I
talk
haven't
to.
heard of that.
Yeah, he's just this sweet little old man. I forget what show he was on before.
Oh, he did have it. Yeah, he was on something else because I remember him talking about it in one of the episodes. But
Yeah.
I
no,
feel
that's
like
a great.
one or two of them, and then for some reason didn't. I probably preferred
Somebody
Paul.
feed Phil.
Yeah.
Phil.
Much nicer to look at.
You're like, I liked Paul, not Phil.
You don't have blue eyes. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
blue eyes and white, beautiful hair.
Yeah, but Phil
Blue
was-
eyes and a British accent.
Yeah. Oh, it's the accent too that definitely sells it for
Oh,
sure.
Yeah. Little
Oh
silver
yeah, he was the producer of Everybody Loves Raymond. That's
Oh
what he-
yeah. that's right.
Oh.
yeah, but
Okay.
very very good show.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, same.
It's good cardio watch, even though
Yeah.
I'm watching people eat food. But I don't know. I have like this weird thing in prep because it's like my first ever bodybuilding prep, I got Joe so fat. Joe's like 5'6". He weighed like 240 at the beginning of my prep. By the end of my prep, he was clocking in at almost 265 because I was like, hey, he'd be like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to make you dinner. And I would like make him what I would want to eat. Or he would like order.
Yeah.
And I'd like, give me the phone and I'd order what I want to eat.
Yeah. Machine lasagna.
And
Yeah.
it like helps though. Like you get like secondhand enjoyment. Like
Yeah, because I would like
go to the cafe and I would get like baked goods for my coworkers. And I'd just be like random coworker. I'd be like, here, I got this.
Boy.
There's a slice of cheesecake. Eat it right now.
Yeah. And you want to like watch them eat it.
Yeah.
And you want to be like, tell me what it tastes like.
Yeah.
You know?
and I would like, smell the food and shit.
Good. You don't just say it tastes good. Give me descriptors.
Yeah.
Tell me the
Yeah.
notes. Tell me what notes you're tasting.
What are the textures like?
Bodybuilding is so weird.
It's yeah.
It
I-
is.
I-
So weird.
I want to make it a goal my next prep to not be so food focused, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
damn
Yeah.
hard.
It's
Yeah.
hard. Like that is so hard. That takes a lot of discipline. Well, and it's like on social media, you watch one video
And it's all
and it's
your
like, oh, this is what you want to see? Here we go.
Laugh.
Yeah.
I just wanted to look at one cinnamon roll fucking.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at like all of these other like pro bodybuilders that I follow, and some of them are like hardcore, like you don't need the fucking food, all this other shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how are you like that? Because I am so fat on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah.
That reminds me of Gary Turner.
Yes, he wouldn't even, dude.
No
No
sauce,
mustard, no nothing, just salt.
plain
Raw.
rice,
Raw dog.
chicken, no seasoning, just fucking
Raw dog. Gross.
how?
Yeah, the
How?
whole like
But also, like, do you guys like? I mean, I think it doesn't make that much of a difference. I guess it depends on the person. It's like, okay, you can eat your food that bland and like be totally miserable with it. Maybe he liked it that way. I don't know, but
Yeah.
be miserable. Or you could like add some mustard and like at least something. Like, is
Yeah.
there really that big of a difference of like how much better you're gonna look if you like add some mustard?
and that's the thing that
Like, I don't think so, but I don't know.
yeah, and I guess I haven't been peeled, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
like, we're taking out artificial sweeteners 4 weeks out or whatever. I'm like, okay, if I was drinking Crystal Light all through this prep, what's going to make it give me GI issues now? Like, or whatever the fuck, which coach, I don't understand that, but it's like, I can't have Crystal Light or like a diet soda, like Hunter Nelson, like he's 6 weeks out and no artificial sweeteners now. And it's like,
I would fucking die.
Diet soda.
Yeah, crazy, nothing, just like super bland.
I guess I just haven't heard of a coach doing it that soon.
Aggressively,
What about like Shay and like Jess? Like, what do you do? Are you guys like cutting that stuff out like 6 weeks out, or I don't know?
I usually like to like for like sauces or condiments, like and it honestly, I feel like it could very well be like placebo, even like the sugar frees or mustards or whatever. Like if it's like 4 weeks out, like I'll be like, okay, that's like one more thing I can take away. You know what I mean? Just kind of like holes in the tool belt sort of thing. And like, okay, I've already done, you know, raised XYZ, or you know, cardio's gone up, gone down. You know, like this is one more thing that I can pull where maybe you know what I mean, it doesn't equate to an extra 10 minutes of cardio or something. You know what I mean? Just like another tool.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely maybe like the week of maybe I would pull like sodas or something like that. Especially with like flying and stuff too. But yeah, I mean, I personally, I don't know, like you just said, Brianny, like if you've literally been having this shit the entire fucking prep, like it's not like it's going to cause any fucking stomach issues now, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But
I pull on peak week, but like, I think if you're a person who has a sensitive GI system, like you're aware of that. So you're probably pulling it anyway. So I have a hard time believing much more than a week or two is necessary. That's I'm not an asshole with them. And I feel like most people are assholes with them, but it's like, I think like it might have actually been like Cam who shared a story once about how like you never really know how your athletes are behind closed doors, because he learned that this girl was cooking her oatmeal in like the Carrie's sugar-free syrup. I was like,
what?
Like using that as the liquid, like instead of water.
She's using like half a bottle of
syrup. I don't know the full story, but I just that story has just stuck in my brain because I'm just like, what is wrong with some people?
That doesn't even sound good. Like
I couldn't even imagine like eating.
Well, I guess it's like at that point your taste buds might be so fucking nuked you'll take any like little dopamine hit that you can.
So like I am, you know, like 4 or 6 weeks out, I am mindful. Like I'll try to like make sure I'm not going crazy with it in my coffee or like anything.
Like but that's the one thing that I'm my fucking creamer in my coffee, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like
that's one thing, and that's kind of like another like tool thing or whatever I usually like to do, or when I was doing coffee, I do espresso now because I'm a filthy bitch. But when I was doing like cups of coffee, they have like the reduced calorie, I think, Swiss Miss packets. One of them 8 grams of carbs or something like that. So like I would add that into my coffee with a little bit of cream. And like another thing where I'm just like, let me just like see how long I can get away with it. And then when I pull it, I'm pulling away 8 grams of carbs every day. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of more, I don't know, like I think, but
honestly, like, because I just like put a splash of almond milk in my coffee, so it's like I even leave that in until like 6 weeks, because it's like if I'm gonna be fat, there's bigger issues than like literally 2 tablespoons of almond milk.
Literally a dash of almond milk.
It's like almond milk.
Something else is the problem.
That's, I don't know. I'm trying to do it now where I'm not really using any sauces. And really not as bad as I thought it would be. I just use like the Redmond real salt and like maybe some liquid oils or soy sauce. And that's pretty much all I do for sauce now. Before I was like a condiment whore. Like there was every fucking low calorie, 0 calorie sauce under the sun in my fridge. And now it's like,
I'm not a saucy person. I love seasonings, but I'm not.
Same. I'm that way too.
I love
sauce.
Dude.
Put that shit on there, baby.
No middle ground. It's like
Yeah, but I'm trying to get in that mindset now and get used to it so that it's not so detrimental. Like when I get in prep or when they're That's like in my plan it says like no sauces over 5 calories and no more than 2 servings. So I'm like, got it. Cool. Trying to like get into that now, which I'm used to it. It is what it is, but goddamn, when I can't have artificial sweeteners, like my diet sodas.
They're staying. What's your go-to? We were earlier before you hopped on, but what's your favorite?
My favorite soda? Oh God. I love
root beer.
I love a diet root beer. I love a diet root beer. You hate root beer, Hunter.
My girl.
I'll do that, or I'm really on the diet orange Fanta train right now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But there's also have you seen like the Coke freestyle machines? They're like, they're all over here in Vegas.
You can like mix them.
Yeah, and I'll make like a strawberry orange diet Sprite or whatever. Like that was like my hit of dopamine in prep. I would be there
every day.
At like after a workout, I'm like, I did good today. I deserve a little treat.
That's so funny. Like when I would my prep, we would go down to like Firehouse or whatever, Firehouse Subs, just so I can get like a 0, whatever Minute Maid or some shit from the machines. It is. There's a little hit of like, it's so good and it's so refreshing and
it helps.
It makes you feel like semi-normal for a minute because you're like going to a place to like get something and like buy something and
it's fucking. But it must have been such a sight for like those gas station workers because I would like come in, I'm like pretty fucking shredded, and I'm just getting like this 48 ounce diet soda, but they probably think it's like real soda and shit. I'm just like, here's the $2, give me it, please. Like,
right now.
Crazy how much joy that brings us though, because I would do the same thing. This crusty ass Circle K, and it's like this big old styrofoam cup of cola, and it's like that's all I need.
Dude, I love a good gas station. Put me in a new town. I'm finding all the good gas stations.
The things we do in prep, goddamn.
Yeah.
I mean, even out of prep,
like it's so miserable when you're in it, but then you look back and you're like, "Fuck, that was really fun."
That was so cool.
Yeah.
I definitely find like when prep comes around, I'm ready to be back in prep. Like
now I'm seeing everybody in Dragon's Lair because like there's a bunch of bodybuilders that go there, and everyone's like starting their competition season. And I'm just like,
cool.
I got a long way to go.
Yeah,
it's motivating when you see like kind of a bunch of other people around you doing it. So
because like my first competition season, I fucked up my reverse as a lot of us do. And obviously. I gained way too much weight. And then at that point, it was Olympia time. So I'm like on the treadmill and Francielle is over there just telling me I'm fat. She doesn't even look at me, but like in my head, I'm like, she's like, you're a piece of shit. Cause she's perfect. And I'm sitting here like in my fucking 3XL hoodie. Oh my God, I hate myself.
Jesus.
And I feel like everyone has to go through that though, at least once, so to know that like I never want to feel like this again.
Yeah. Well, and I honestly like no one prepares you for that.
No.
Like no one's like, hey, the reverse is going to. You thought dieting was hard. The reverse is times 100.
Way harder.
Yeah.
Way harder. Oh my
times
God.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, but then it's also like, can you really explain to somebody that feeling? You know what I mean? It's like, even if I, will sit there and tell clients after show, like, hey, it's really important that like we at least stay on for another like 4 to 8 weeks to make sure that like you're kind of getting out of this healthily, like, you're not too much weight, and not even just for the fact that like, oh, you don't want to get fat. It's just like, it's just not healthy to put on that much fat in like such a short amount of time, but it's just like, again, you kind of have to go through all of these like first timer moments to like appreciate like, oh, okay, this is a lot more difficult and trying than I gave it credit for. See us, they just do it and they're good,
I think Melissa Andrews. Melissa Andrews. She was actually talking about reverse dieting not too long ago, and it was like this past competition season. She's like, this is the first time that I've like actually nailed my reverse. And I was like, she's a fucking 2-time Olympian, and she's just getting it. So it's like, I feel a little bit better about myself. Okay, like we're good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the only time I can say I nailed a reverse diet wasn't even after this national show. After nationals, it was like 2 weeks to Christmas, and like we had all these like, family plans and stuff like that. So I mean, certainly like the week or two after, I was like, okay, I was eager to be back on plan. You know what I mean? Just kind of that exciting, like, you know, the week afterwards, you're feeling good and everything and whatever. But it was probably after Connecticut, the show that Michael and I did. And probably for like 10, 12 weeks, we were fucking on it. And like, it was the best that I looked for the longest period of time, like after a show and stuff, and felt too, you know what I mean? And like, we would go for walks every morning around the river. And I don't know, I think like little things like that probably helped. And it was summertime too. So it wasn't like winter, I want to be fucking holed up inside, you know, eating snacks or whatever, you know? So I think that probably helped. But yeah.
It's the reverse, man. I'll nail it next time. I hope I do. Like lockdown to being like, oh my God, I can be a human again. And it's like, all those hunger signals are like, you can have this, you can have, it's just a little bite. It's just a little bite.
Yeah. You're like, I'm free. I can do it. Like, and then it's like, fuck.
Yeah. Like I'm not ordering post-show cookies again.
Yeah.
That was the death of me, dude. I remember I ordered like a dozen cookies and they were gone within like a week and a half.
I did the same thing.
Like I'll have like a half a cookie before I train or something, you know, and like, oh, well, what's a whole cookie? And then you're like, what's a cookie before I go to bed? You know what I mean? Like,
And then I'm like, oh my God, I have edema. Okay.
I don't have knees right now.
Yeah, my ankles are, I can't even put on crew socks without them making an indent for hours.
Yeah. I think like everybody has to do that, like screw it up a few times kind of to like see how bad it really feels. And then like you get a taste of that a few times and then you're like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. It's
you
not
know?
worth it.
You realize like this is just not worth it.
Yeah.
I think the point that I got to, because like, I mean, I haven't like definitely always reversed correctly, but like this last prep, I was like, I did like a good job reversing for a good like 10 to 12 weeks, like you said, Shay. And it feels so much better. It is hard, but it's like, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So I think once you like do it a few times the wrong way, then you're like, nope, not doing that again.
I think really having like Cameron as my coach will scare me from fucking up my reverse. Cause like, he's not someone, he's like, because my past bodybuilding coaches have had like personal relationships with, like they've been friends. And it's like, that's why I hired Cameron. Cause it's like, I don't know you. You're just an authority figure to me. And I'm kind of scared of you. So like, so
you don't want to fuck it up, you know?
Yeah. Like I still haven't like really asked him like, hey, when can we compete? Because it's like, I don't want to hear him dig into my ass. Like, hey,
do you think you're ready to,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, like I want to do it, but it's like, I just fucking started growing my upper body. It's like, how am I 190 pounds and I've never committed to an actual growth phase? It doesn't make sense. So like, so I need to commit to that for a while before I'm like, hey, I want to get skinny. Help. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think that is like that's a very big thing for me right now is I've literally paid for a coach once, and that was Matt Jansen back in like 2021.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was actually when, you're New York Pro. You were doing New York Pro that year. Because I think New York Pro was the same day as my regional show or whatever that I was doing in Richmond, Virginia. So it was very much like, hey, like, and he had like Nick Walker too, like all you guys were doing it. I totally understand, like, give me what to do, like I'll follow it and check in later sort of deal. But yeah, I remember that was, I think that was the first year you were working with him, or the first prep that you've done.
I worked with him in 21.
But yeah, aside from that, it's really been I ended up using Michael's coach at the time, which was Brandon Ray. IFBB Pro Brandon Ray. And honestly, like halfway through the prep, it was just kind of like, I don't know, it just didn't really see like eye to eye in like the training aspect and some of like the like drug protocol aspects. And it just, without necessarily saying that like we weren't working together, I just kind of like continued to check in, and like Michael would kind of give like his 2 cents or whatever. And essentially like Michael took over the coaching and he coached me obviously for this national show. So long story long, Brianny, back to your point of, you know, like not that I don't want to show up for him or like, you know what I mean? Like do it in the right way, like because he's my coach or anything like that. But like, he also wants to, you know, go smoke a joint and fucking have like a bag of chips or something like that. You know what I mean? And like wants to be able to share that with me. Like isn't going to tell me, no, like you can't have like a fucking bag of, you know, small Doritos or whatever, you know? So I do think like this time around, I'm going to end up getting on with either Jacoby if he's accepting clients, or Andrew Barry is another consideration that I've had, because I know like you're saying, like it'll just be like a no questions asked, like I'm giving you this amount of money, I'm gonna do this, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, craziest thing, Michael had a client who paid for I think like 6 months up front, which was like $1,200. Like pretty young kid, like I think like probably mid-20s or something, like owned his own like construction company or something like that. But so like had the money, it was fine, I guess, but literally checked in once and then like ghosted and like didn't continue.
What?
I can imagine.
That's insane.
Even paying somebody like 1 month, I'm at least going to complete the month, you know what I mean, and get my money worth. Let alone blowing like $1,200 for 6 months and not even check in. I mean, it really wasn't even a check-in. It was just the initial like, hey, here's my photos, build my plans sort of deal, and then just didn't follow through afterwards.
That's the one thing that shocked me in bodybuilding, is how fucking expensive the coaching is. And I get it because they give you a lot of time, but every time my 3-month rebill comes for Cameron, I'm like, fuck.
Mortgage payment, you know?
Yeah. I'm like, God, like he's worth it. He's amazing. But I'm just like, holy shit, dude, this is expensive. It's such a different world because it's like, in powerlifting, like $200 a month for coaching is expensive. Powerlifters are cheap as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like in powerlifting, you're paying anywhere from $75 to I don't know. I've seen like Joe's pretty expensive. Joe's like $350 a month or whatever, but he does like a lot of different shit. But it's like expensive for powerlifting, where it's like you get a bodybuilder and they're like, oh fuck yeah, I'll pay that, and it's like, huh?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's nuts, dude. It's.
I mean, that's definitely something that also. What was that, Brianny?
I said so. That's motivation enough to follow my plan because
exactly.
It's so expensive.
I'm paying you, like I'm gonna follow you, and like also too, like it obviously helps when it's somebody that like you yourself respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I respect both of those coaches respectively, and I just some coach client stories I've heard just like blow my mind, but
yeah, there's a lot of that's the thing too. It's like, well, I guess it's in powerlifting too, but it's so hard to find a good coach because it's like you think you found someone good because they had XYZ do so well, then you get to their actual coaching, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Insane. So like when I was getting back into bodybuilding, it was like I looked for like 3 months.
Especially for females, you know what I mean? For female bodybuilding.
Exactly. Like because Cameron was actually the first one that I like I guess interviewed. I hit him up and I was like, hey, it's time for like an actual phone call before I paid you $1,000. And I had like a 40-minute phone call. It's like you have to ask like tough questions. I was like, did you put anybody in the hospital? What would you do if this came about? Like all of this other shit. So he was the one where he had like the best answers. I really liked him. We vibed well. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna pay you. You seem good. All of your athletes come in well. And it's like I'm also not an idiot, so I know that you wouldn't do anything stupid, or I can advocate for myself, and that's like a big because a lot of
you're
people,
not naive. You know.
I've been doing this shit long enough, not in bodybuilding, but like in terms of like gear and all that shit. It's like I know what works for me. I know what I'm not willing to do, so it's a good fit.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So
I think that's important too for people like just getting into it, like making sure that you're kind of like doing your own research to some extent, because like, I mean, I know for me, like, luckily, like I was around like good people when I was first starting. So like the things they were telling me to do wasn't anything that was like out of, you know, the ordinary or like super crazy, but like I had no idea what the things were, you know, like I'm just like, oh yeah, like you told me to take this, so okay, like no,
you know,
freaking
better, you know what I mean? Like you don't know any better.
So,
exactly. That's the scary thing with bodybuilding. It's like at the end of the day, it's like if you're not natural, like these are all male sex hormones that you're taking, and they're not really side effects. They're like the actual drugs working. So,
yeah.
So like I don't know, but good experience so far.
I can understand like the allure of just like wanting to be that like tunnel vision, like, you know, blinders on, I'm just doing what you say, you know what I mean? But, and just, you know, even to the point, like I've heard some coaches kind of guiding their clients and like telling them what shows they're going to do, you know what I mean? Which I think I'm finding that might be a more common thing than I initially thought, I guess. But like kind of like the coach almost running the whole show in a way, you know what I mean? Which I find a little bizarre because it's like, I'm paying you. Like,
it should be collaborative.
Exactly. And like,
it definitely should be.
These are my goals. This is the show that I want to do. And I'm going to pay you in a reason, you know what I mean? Like, obviously don't go to a coach, you know, 12 weeks out or 16 weeks out and say, hey, like, I want to do the show in 16 weeks. Like, it happens, but obviously not ideal. But if I'm paying you, like, I expect there to be some sort of like mutual understanding that like, you know, if you are telling me to, you know, do XYZ or take XYZ and I don't necessarily feel comfortable with that, like you should be able to kind of to stand up and not like say something against it, but like it should be like an open conversation. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't feel like
for sure
thing to talk about with somebody, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I know another thing, like you touched on it a few moments ago, Brianny, just like how expensive like bodybuilding is, that I don't feel like a lot of people understand, or like, I don't know, because like everybody kind of says it's expensive, but like I feel like that's just such a
you don't realize,
you know what I mean? Like expensive to one person can mean, you know, $10,000, while expensive to somebody else can mean like $1,000, you know. So it's like,
and it's like, girl, $1,000 is your suit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like then you got to pay for your Airbnb, your flight,
your tan, your makeup, your
hair, the jewelry. It's like, and then the heels if you're in a, you know, it's like,
right. It's a lot. And then the opposing coach, if you're, you know what I mean? Like, if you need that assistance or you need that guidance, and your regular coach, and
it's like your
body work, all the body work.
Yeah, it's body work, and it's like you're fucking
endless.
$6,000 just for a prep.
Dude,
have you guys ever kept track?
I'm afraid to. Like my bosses ask me how much nationals cost, and it's like it's one of those things where it's like, well, where do we start the list? Because like literally the way I've lived my life for the entire like past 24 weeks, was kind of a cost, you know. So
it's like I couldn't even. And then dudes, it's just like, I get a tan, get some $60 trunks, show up.
Right.
Cool. Like
cool.
Just like the health supplements.
They probably pay a lot more in drugs though.
That's I can only imagine
where it evens out.
For like my little 1 to 2 IU of GH is nothing in comparison to 10. It's insane. So I guess there's you know
some trade-offs.
There's trade-offs. But
yeah, that's true.
You know, it's definitely something that I try to like prepare people that come to me and say, hey, like I want you to coach me, or like I want to get into bodybuilding, I want to prep, and like I send them like a list of like, hey, like you can expect that you're going to need this immediately, like you are going to need to go out and purchase this immediately to even start, and then you can expect over the next like 6 to 12 months of having to come up with money for XYZ, you know. And I think that really at least like helps put in perspective of like, I don't know, so it's like not a slap in the face. But then again, like Jessica said, like, or Hunter, like, I don't necessarily pay attention. I kind of do it like piecemeal it, you know what I mean? So like I'll buy the Airbnb first, so like I'm committed, you know, and like I know that like, I
you know what? like even just all the like health supplements, because I think like I have a bunch of stuff on like just Amazon subscribe and save, and that's the cheap stuff. And I'm thinking, Amazon subscribe and save is like $400 a month.
That's what I was like starting to say. I'm just like, I mentioned supplements and taking, if like you're really like doing it, you know what I mean? And like you really want to make sure that your internals are all, you know, taken care of and whatnot. And that's obviously a very, very important thing. But dude, I don't know if we would be able to do that 100% if Michael didn't work at a nutrition corner, a nutrition center, you know, because we get all of our supplements for free. And we literally have
so nice.
a his and hers in our kitchen, like cabinet of supplements. Like easily, we probably like between like pre-workouts that we have and like just like protein and everything like that, like we probably easily have like thousands of dollars of supplements in our cupboards right now. Like it's crazy.
And then when you have like two people that are bodybuilders, it's like we go through 3 pounds of beef almost every day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I can't tell you how much and like, I don't know, I guess we could be better at, you know, doing the whole bulk purchase, but we like really don't have space, you know, it's just like one freezer, one fridge, like, but yeah, just how many times I have to go to the store to buy a fucking two family packs of chicken at like $25 a piece, and it's gone in like a day and a half. Like this dude eats fucking 8 ounces of meat 6 times a day, you know, like
Yeah, it's nuts. I'm scared for this off season now that he's like in bodybuilding. Because I'm like, if you're eating this much now, what are we gonna have to do? Like, we're gonna have to buy a fucking deep freezer, because it's like I'll go to Sam's Club or Costco and I'll buy all the meat that'll fit in our freezer. But then it's like, okay, I'm going to the grocery store at least once or twice a week because we need berries or we need fresh stuff. It never fucking ends, dude. It's nuts. Like I spend a fucking mortgage payment every month just on food.
I despise the grocery store. I fucking hate going to the grocery store. It's my least favorite thing out of anything I do in the day is going to the grocery store, because it's always like
I love it.
I love it. I like planning out what I'm gonna eat. I'm like,
shit.
And then I just kind of like Joe hates going to the grocery store because like almost every time we go, he like goes hypo because I'm in there like, oh, look at this little thing that I'm not gonna buy. But I just like looking at shit.
I want to look at it.
I don't like it's usually with Michael, and he doesn't want to fucking be there, and it makes it miserable for me. So I just want to get in and out and go get our post workout.
That's why I was like, just stop coming with me, because I like doing.
And you're ruining this experience.
And I also like when I go to Costco and like Sam's Club, I like intentionally go down all the aisles because I'm like, I can get an easy 3,500 steps in here. Like that's like a 2-for-1.
That's true.
So I'm like, by the time, usually if I'm like, because my step goal is like 10K. So if I'm at like 6, I'm like, if I need to go to the grocery store, it's like, okay, I don't have to go do this. I can just go to the grocery store and I can get my steps in and we're all good. So
that's a good way to look at it. I like that.
That's why I always
What was that?
Sure, I interrupted you.
Oh, shit.
No, I interrupted you.
I was probably something stupid about steps.
Like, I don't remember.
Joe's here. Joe, come say hi. Oh, you fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Joseph.
Hi. Joseph's here.
Hello, buddy.
He just got back from bodywork.
I got back from a physical therapist, and he decided to destroy my pecs. So
I love that for you.
Pecs, my legs, and my feet. So I'm all kinds of fucked up. Jumping the pool.
Honestly, I love when our bodywork person just fucking murders me. It's like a different kind of pain that like I'm just like, I don't know, it's like I know like she's getting in there and working, you know.
We go to a physical therapist, and he does like dry needling and cupping and scraping. Our physical therapist actually just recently sponsored me, so that's like a
huge.
Dope. That is so big.
Yeah, I'm going like every week now, thank God. So
that's such a huge opportunity.
Yeah.
Guys, you want to know what I discovered?
What?
So we have this authentic Thai massage place. Have any of you ever had your body walked on, like by a professional?
No. But I want it. I ask Michael to every day.
Find one of these little Thai ladies. They've got bars on the ceiling, guys. They got bars on the ceiling.
All right.
Like there's
where you were going.
Their madness. They'll get their little toes and your hams and your glutes, and then they'll like walk down your back. I have never felt so good in my entire life. Like, and then I do the combo Thai Swedish massage.
Ooh.
So that they also like stretch you out. They like ring you up like a towel and then just
dude. I would love someone to do that because every time I'm like so sore, like my back is sore, I'm like, I just wish someone would take a fucking steamroller and just roll over my body.
I bet there's a lot of places out by you guys too. I bet.
Oh, I'm sure
there is.
Oh, you found some, Hunter?
Yeah, I found some.
There's none of that in Maine, so I'm gonna have to go into the.
I guarantee we have it here in Florida because we're.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I was nervous at first, so I was like, just a little bit. I want to go like every week. Yeah,
that's amazing. I love that for you.
Yeah,
I have to check that out.
Sounds awesome.
Hunter, find a place, and we got to book something.
Yeah, we got to go do this. This would be
I actually just found Hunter. Have you heard of that lady, Sin City Massage Therapy?
Yeah.
She comes to your house, so she's coming to the house on Monday, and she's going to give I got him a massage. But
I've been going to that Greg guy, the stretch. Greg.
Oh,
Savage, I think is.
How is that? Because I've been wanting to do that. It looks
so good.
It looks so intimate, though.
It is very intimate. It is very intimate.
Stretching you out.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay. How intimate?
You're very, very close.
He's like on top of you, like doing all this crazy shit.
Oh, I think I saw that on your story, Hunter. Did
Yeah,
you just
even
post about
that. And that was just the massage.
Yeah, okay.
Literally gets on top of you.
Dang.
Yeah.
From a perspective, it's incredibly inappropriate.
That's why I'm like, I wanted to go because I'm like, I feel like this would be amazing, but I'm like, this is like, he's gonna be like in my shit.
No. I've got like a really tight adductor, and I know I need to get it dry needled, but I'm just like, I don't think I want anybody all up in my business. Like,
and that just sounds fun.
Have you ever had your abs dry needled?
No.
Yeah. Oh my god,
that shit hurts.
It was very unnerving. I think it was like my friend did right before nationals. I was like, we gotta remove this one. I think that's not supposed to feel that way.
I don't think it's supposed to feel like that.
Dude, it hurts. It's the most uncomfortable feeling ever.
Yeah.
So I've never dry needled at all. I've never done dry
It's
needled.
amazing. It hurts really bad, but I feel like it's more effective than massage.
I agree.
Yeah.
Gets into the actual small muscle fibers because like my PT will go and he'll thread it and then he twists it so like all the muscle fibers get spun up in the needle and then eventually they start to release and it hurts, but you feel amazing after.
I've never heard it described that way. I always get it done, but I never heard it described that way. And I'm like, wow.
I've never had it done either.
Yeah.
Try to find a dry needling specialist. Like it's amazing. Like I get it done in my shoulders. I've done it in my patellas. Like it's uncomfortable, but you feel amazing after. But like Joe gets his like head done and his feet done and shit.
Yeah, my like dry needling is physical therapy background. Like it is verifiably the most productive body work you can do because it gets directly into the muscle. The muscle, like you think bicep and like, this is bicep, but there's bicep fibers all the way onto the bone. They put the needle all the way up to the bone. And it's like, that sounds, but it's like, it's not trauma. It's like the needles are, you can bend the needles like crazy. They're tiny.
Yeah, because the needles come out of Joe and they're fucking bent. Same with Hunter, because our PT described Hunter's quads as frozen butter.
Oh my goodness. Me and that girl are made out of concrete.
Yeah.
I've gotten the bottoms of my feet done, my head done.
Like, God. Your head?
Feet.
Your head?
Yeah, he FaceTimed me one time, and he has chewing muscles like a fucking French bulldog.
Oh,
it's
and the masseters down here, it's fucking nasty.
Really tight. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, you guys are eating all the time.
Dude,
I will say, at least in my experience, it's not like a pain hurt. It's just like a muscle cramp twitch hurt.
Oh, you're lucky. My shit hurts.
Okay, well, I'm not as fucked up.
Yeah,
you're more fucked up now. You know that, right?
Yeah, because I got my back done the other day, and like my glute medians are always fucked up, and like I was almost in tears the other day at the office.
Fortunately, I haven't had that experience yet. I will, like, sometimes I'll leave wanting to cry, but it's kind of like I sleep off the soreness though. Like I wake up feeling, yeah, you
wake up feeling amazing the next day, but it's like I literally leave, and sometimes I can't like walk or even raise my fucking arms.
There was a day I couldn't lift my arm because it was just so fucking bad.
Yeah. So obviously, I imagine you're doing this on a rest day. Or like after, I don't know, would you do it after a workout or?
I would do it either after a workout or on a rest. Yeah. Never before because it'd be impossible.
You would.
Yeah. It'd be
bad.
You can like
you're one of the girls. You can come say
you're one of the girls.
Well, I don't know because like you originally I thought
you were supposed to be on this too, so it's fine.
Yeah.
A cool way, because also physical therapy stuff, a cool way to make dry needling super effective is if you go like, or the adaptation from dry needling super effective is if you actually do it before training and then go in. It sucks. Prefacing this, it sucks. It's horrible. But if you do it before training, like, because then you can fully release the muscle tissue, like the hypertonicity of the muscle tissue. And if, like, let's say I struggle with posing, because this is something that I literally just talked to Rob about doing, getting it done before going to pose so that you can completely release the tissue and then open up, because then you can facilitate better range of motion when you continue to do that. And it sucks, it hurts, and it's going to feel like shit, and it's not going to be the best session, but it's a really good way to make the adaptation happen quicker. So
interesting. The more you know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I bet it would feel like shit, but that's interesting.
Joe, would you go like 100% in your training though? If you're gonna do
absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's what, like, it's like you have to. It's contextual, because like like that training session would literally just be like, or posing session or whatever. It's like half speed, 50%, like nothing near strain or exertion
or anything. Yeah,
range of motion training essentially.
That makes sense. Still sounds cool, but makes sense.
I did it accidentally once, and it was not a good time.
Yeah.
It's just fucking painful. It sucks. Yeah. But thanks for the lesson, Joe. Joe knows so much. I call him my little encyclopedia.
He's so smart.
So smart. It's crazy.
I'll say some random shit to Joe, and I'll be like when I was squatting one time, I was like, Joe, I feel like an X. And that doesn't make any fucking sense, right? And Joe's like, well, I forget what he said, but he explained it all scientific, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. He's like, yeah, you do feel like an X because.
But that's the cool part about elite athletes like Hunter, because you like figure shit out even if you don't know what the fuck you're figuring out, because I do this and it makes me feel better, and then it's like, oh yeah, scapular depression and retraction, oblique sling on the backside, right shoulder, left hip, left shoulder, right hip.
Yeah. Dang.
X pattern, fucking solid position. Fuck yeah.
And a Hunter squats almost 700 pounds. So
yeah.
She's doing all the things.
All the things.
I don't understand how your legs are that strong. It doesn't make it. I literally because Hunter's I guess you're in prep now, but I see Hunter in the gym. And you know, when you have to do like a double taker, you just can't like comprehend why someone looks the way they do. It's just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's Hunter. Every time I see, I'm just like, the sheer like size of her legs and the density. I'm like, how is that? Like, I haven't even seen that on a male. Like,
dude, all the time, like, if for whatever reason Hunter decided she wanted to come up and visit little old Maine, like, just
I would love it.
Our gym, like, how people would just be like, what the? Like, they think like Michael is like obviously like fucking like holy shit, like, and he is.
Yeah, because he is.
than 85 pounds, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like they've never seen anything remotely close to like what Hunter looks like. And I feel like it would just be a fun, just kind of all of a sudden everybody trains a little bit harder and stops fucking scrolling on their phones and stops fucking reading books on the fucking leg press. Yeah, dude.
Reading books on the leg press?
How?
Yeah, there's only one. There's only one leg press, so get the fuck off or let me work in.
Can you go read your book over there, please?
Dude, I don't give a fuck. When I'm in the gym, if there's a machine that I need to use and someone is on it, I'm like, hey, can I work in? Like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not changing around my shit for you. I'm doing this in the order I need to do it, and we're going to share.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah. We don't have to talk. You do your thing. I'll do my thing. We're good.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brianny.
I was like, I just can't imagine not letting anybody work in with me.
I'm saying, why would you say no?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, what? I feel like it used to be, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years ago, the gym that we trained at, that was a very perfectly normal thing to like work in with somebody or ask somebody to work in. And now I feel like you ask, oh, well, I have one more set. Like, I'll be done in a second. It's just like, just fucking let me like continue with your workout.
Let me get started while you're resting.
Period anyways, so let me hop it in the fucking rest period, like
literally. And it's like, I'm not even gonna do a straight set right now. I still need to warm up.
I
can do my little 5 to 6 reps to feel it out, and then and then we're good.
We say it all the time, like it's not like our workout or anybody's workout's more important than somebody else's, but if you're fucking there in between your sets or during your sets and like scrolling on your phone or whatever and clearly not taking it seriously, like I'm here to take it seriously and I don't want to be here for fucking 2.5 hours. So like, let me get in and get out, and you can, you know what I mean? Take your time and be on your phone or, you know, socialize, or because like, I don't know, like if we're in like our work, like just, it blows my mind. Just like when I see people like trying to like come up to us or whatever, or like try to like start a conversation, like if just because I'm not physically in the machine doing my set and Michael is, like, I'm still in on his set.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I'm still in it and I'm still spotting him, and like, you know, and it's weird. Like, I don't know, people like don't spot at our gym. Like, we see the people training together, but like one's on their phone and while the other one's doing the set. And I'm like, you're not like, what? You know,
I'm like what? Especially like on bench, like what if they fuck up and you're on your phone? Like,
there was one time at the gym where I was like trying to bench, and there was only one bench in the gym at the time. And I go up to this guy and I'm like, hey, how many sets do you have left? He goes, I have 10 sets left. First of all, how is your intensity so low that you're able to do 10 sets of something?
Yeah.
And then I was like, it was like his 3rd set in, and I was getting pissed off. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting cold. I've been waiting here for over 10 minutes. Let me just work in. So I ended up working in with him, and I was benching like 275. I only had like 5 sets of 3 or something like that. And he was benching like 225. And every time I went up after my warm-ups, then he would go up. And then he ended up getting fucking stapled with 275, and I had to help it off of him. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'm done. And it's like,
what the fuck was the point of this anyways?
Like,
song and dance for no reason.
Yeah, it's like we could have been cool, like, and stupid and weak.
Yeah.
Just
get out of here.
It's ridiculous. It's all the fucking peacocking in the gym, but it's like that's what happens in bodybuilding gyms and shit.
For sure.
Like a major metropolitan area like Las Vegas. There's just too many egos.
For sure.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. All right, ladies. Well, I have had to pee for like the last like 10 minutes. I probably could have gone.
You did this last week.
I did do this last week. I know. And, like, I drink a coffee, and then I also drink like an entire like 24 ounce of water while I'm sitting here. Just like thirst, but just out of like, I'm just fucking ADHD as fuck, and like I just need to be doing something constantly. So I'm like always moving. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm the same way too. Yeah. I've been drinking this whole time.
Peaches. Hi, Peaches. It's the worst dog ever.
That's you.
Yeah. She's a bad girl.
She is a bad girl.
Dude, has she gone into heat yet?
She's spayed.
Oh, lucky. Literally the day that we moved in, or the day after we moved into this house, Gertrude, my dog's name is Gertrude. I know it's weird. She literally started going into heat.
Oh my gosh.
She's awful. Where is Gertrude? Oh, she's outside. Can you?
And those are like female dogs because they bleed, right?
Yeah.
That's have their period.
Yeah,
Dude,
they do.
she's awful. She keeps fucking ripping her diaper off and all that. She's awful.
Oh no.
I love that you got her diapers.
Well, yeah, I don't want her to bleed all over. Like the first day, I didn't realize how much she was going to bleed, and I'm like, looking over at our floor, and I'm like, why are there blood droplets all over?
Yeah, it's like a path.
Oh,
No. Yeah.
So it's awful. Gertrude, do you want to meet people?
Yeah, come here.
Gertie, come say hi.
Hey,
He has an underbite like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
I love her. Oh my god.
Hi, Gertrude.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh, poor
She is
How old
so
is
cute.
Gertie.
I think she's 8 months. She was a rescue. They found her on the side of the freeway, dude. She was just abandoned. Yeah, she was.
I don't dream for animals to be abandoned, but I dream of being that person that comes across like a fucking box of kittens or something, or puppies, or.
Dude, she's so cute. She's honestly
adorable.
She's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
She's the coolest. Like, I don't even know what she is because it's like she's not. She's like a pit bull English boxer or something.
Boxer. She's a boxer, yeah.
Yeah, she's awful, but she's great. So yeah, cool.
Love it. Fun. Well, this has been so much fun, Brianny. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on, ladies.
I definitely want to do one again. It's been really, I don't know, it was pretty good.
I gotta find all you ladies on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll reach out.
Send me a DM or something.
I'll be able to find you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I'll be able to find you, no problem, I think. But
Sweet. All right, sweet. Well, thanks for having me on, ladies.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Have a good night, though. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.